Welcome back to my study notebook. Today we are going to do a simple math of data analysis. So even before we look into the question, let's look into the images. Here we can see there are two pie charts, one on the left and one on the right. The left is on the total number of chairs in building A through E is 1600. And for the right diagram, it says total number of tables in buildings A through E is 240. So the major difference here is on the left diagram, it's number of chairs, and on the right diagram, it's number of tables. And then different color codes have been used for the different buildings and different percentages. So since we have taken a brief look at the image, now let's look at the question. What is the ratio of chairs in building B and E to the tables in building A to D? So what it means is that it's the ratio of chairs to tables, and for chairs we're looking at building B and E, and for tables we're looking at building A and D. So this is the question. So here the major difference is again on chairs and tables. So for the data for chairs, we will have to look into the left image, which has the data for chairs, and for the lower part, the denominator, for the tables, we have to look into the right image, which has the data for tables. So based on the amount or the number, let us insert the data. So for the chairs of number B here is orange color, and in the left diagram it shows 34%. So for B, we have 34% of the total number. And for E, which is marked as light blue color, which shows 6%, so there will be 6% of the total number, which is given at the top of the picture, that is 1600. Now let us look at the bottom part. It's tables A and D. So for the table, we are looking at the right image, and for building A, it's deep blue, which is 20%, and for D, it's yellow color, which is 40%. And here, remember, the total number is different again, which is given at the top of the image, right image, which is 240. So 240. So since now we have organized all our numbers here, all we have to do is just calculate them. So in the top, it's 40% of 1600, and below it's 60% of 240. So now we can just complete our calculation. So 40 by 100 into 1600, and for the bottom is 60 into 240. So let us just do the calculation by hand very quickly. So we are left with 40 by 9, which approximates about 4.44. So here our right answer would be B. So for questions of this sorts, these are not very tough. All we have to be careful while doing the calculation is looking into the right data, because both the pie charts are similar. All of them have buildings A through E. The only difference here is the terms chairs and tables, and also in terms of total number of product they have. So while calculating and looking data analysis, we have to be careful while we are taking the data, whether it's right or not, and then the calculation is pretty straightforward from there on. I hope it would help you. Thank you.